Hi everyone, in this clip we are going to configure ESXi post-installation. I'm going to do a few things here. One, change the admin password. We're also going to configure the management network. In order to start, I'm just going to scroll down here a bit. And we'll see that we have a couple of options on the DC UI, which is either customize or shutdown. I'm going to press F2, which will prompt me to log in. Use the secret 55 password that we set up when we did the installation. And we can see right up at the top here that there's an option to set the password. If I hit enter, it's going to prompt me for the old password, secret 55. And we're going to change this to the standard password we're using for the vSphere environment, which is vclass123$. That's how you would change the password on an ESXi host. We're also going to configure the management network. I'll arrow down to configure management network, press enter. Not going to change network adapters at this time. On the IPv4 configuration, I will enter. We're going to set this statically, so just arrow down and hit space. One of the nice things is that the information from DHCP is maintained, so we can not have to type everything in again. Arrow down to IPv4. The host part of this is going to change to 52. The subnet mask and the default gateway are fine. Press enter for that. On the DNS configuration, I'm going to change the DNS server to point to our Windows server. Press enter. Change this from .2 to .10, and the host name is going to be that to match our lab. I'll press enter for that. And then in the custom DNS suffixes, I'm going to change this to vclass.local. That's all we need to do to change that information for the management network. I'm going to escape to get out of that. I'll be prompted, do I want to put the changes into effect? I'll hit Y for that. And now our network, our management network has changed. You can see over on the right-hand side that the IP address is different, the host name is different. A couple of other things that are in the lab I'll show you how to do. Sometimes we need to enable SSH so that we can establish a secure shell session with our ESXi host. In order to do that, come down to troubleshooting options, hit enter. We can see the list of things that we can do over on the left-hand side. If I want to enable SSH, I'll just arrow to that. Notice on the right it says it's disabled. I'll just press enter, and that now enables it. You'll see that SSH is enabled. A little bit later on in some of the labs, you'll see that there's a warning that will come up inside of our control software and management software that will say, hey, wait a minute, there's a security problem with this particular host, and the security problem is that SSH is enabled. We don't want that to be enabled unless we're actually using it. I'm going to escape out of that. One of the other things in the lab is viewing the system logs. I can come down and just highlight the system logs. You'll see over on the right the different logs that we have available. If I want to look at syslog, for example, I'll just press 1, and that will bring up the system log. I can scroll up and down through this in order to view whatever is in the log, and then I can just press Q to quit, and that will take me out of the logs. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.